The next coach on the teleconference, John Groce. The Illini are 11-6 overall and 1-3 in Big Ten play. Illinois will travel to Northwestern on Wednesday before hosting Indiana on Sunday. Coach Groce, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
I appreciate your patience. If you just give us a quick opening comment, we'll open it for questions.
Sure. Obviously, last time we spoke a week ago, we weren't real thrilled with our defense, and I thought we could give more. I thought that this past week, as hard as we played consistently throughout the 80 minutes that we played, I thought our defense was tremendous in both games. I thought our effort was fantastic. If we defend and rebound like we did this past week, we're going to have a chance night in, night out, and I thought that was really encouraging. Obviously, last night against Nebraska, we didn't make enough shots. I've watched the film since last night, obviously, and I thought we had some pretty good looks. I thought Nebraska's defense did a good job, but at the end of the day, we've got to step up and make a few more shots. We had our 3 or 4 guys there that play on the perimeter for us combined for 12 for 43, and that's going to make it a tough night. Almost every night in the Big Ten when you shoot that type of percentage. At the end of the day, it's a 6-point game with 5 minutes to go because of our defense. And I'm just really proud of our guys, how hard they played this week, how inspiring they were with their effort, and it's really something to build on as we head into this upcoming week. Questions?
Thanks, Coach. Let's go straight to questions, please.
Your first question comes from the line of Jeremy Warner with ESPN Radio.
Morning, John. I know you've talked about, just have your guys shoot good shots, and shot selection has been important for you guys. How do you go about, coaching shot selection and kind of enforcing it as you go along?
Well, I thought last night that wasn't a problem. I thought we had 4 or 5 of them as I charted them, and obviously we don't, you'd like to have 0, but that's not realistic. A couple of those Petaway hit, you think those were good shots? Those were 26-footers at the end of the shot clock challenge with a guy right in his face. But everybody's clapping.
Sure.
Good for him. Great play. I thought that last night we just didn't make shots. I thought that they made us pass the ball and get deep into the shot clock and work really hard to get those shots, and I thought our guys did that for the most part. Thought we executed really well out of timeouts. But it's basically shot selection is really simple. It's a shot that a guy can make. And if I feel like he can make it and he's open, then he needs to take that shot. And last night I thought we did that a lot. We just didn't make them.
And I know you've been playing with your lineups a little bit. Just what have you learned about, going big, going small over the last couple games?
I've learned that we got to have both. Right now with some bodies down, we've got to try to have both those lineups ready to go and probably play both of those lineups in every game. That's just kind of the way, that's who we are right now, and we've got to adjust and be adaptable. And I think that we've done that. I think the assistant coaches and the staff have done a good job of trying to put those guys in position based on lineups we want out there, based on lineups they have out there at the time. What defense we want to be in. Like we've done that very well the last 2 games, and we're going to continue to need that type of focus and concentration. I thought that our focus and concentration the last 2 games has been very, very good. So we've got to continue to build on that as well.
Bishop.
Your next question comes from the line of Rob McCauley with the Illinois Report.
Hey, John, do we have a prognosis for Ray at this point?
No, it's kind of a day-to-day deal, Rob. Obviously he had the surgery. He's not coming back today. I do know that. But it's up in the air. It really is. It depends on how the hand responds to the surgery. Depends on how he feels. Depends on his pain threshold. It depends on there's a lot of factors, a lot of variables. That's not a rote or like, hey, here's the date type of deal. That's just not the way that it works. You're talking about the human body and how he responds to the surgery.
We've got time for one more question from the media, please, Darla.
Your final question comes from the line of Andrew Kahn with CBS Local.
Hi, Coach. I've talked to a bunch of fans that sort of complain about how close games take so long. The final minute of close games takes so long because of replay reviews, and usually because coaches have several timeouts remaining, given that there are TV timeouts throughout the game. I'm just wondering what, from a coach's perspective, if you feel like these exciting games kind of slow down to a crawl and And I guess as a follow-up, if you would ever be willing to, give up timeouts, if as a rule change, maybe one less timeout, in the second half or something.
Well, I don't make those decisions, first of all, so I just kind of play within what the rules are and what they give us. But, I don't see any problem with the game. I mean, I think we have a great game. I know there's committees that work on trying to adjust and the game and wrinkle the game to always make it better. I'm always open-minded to that. But I do think at the end of the game, I mean, obviously there are going to be more dead balls, more timeouts, more rules that come into play under 2 minutes to make sure that everything gets done correctly and right and with integrity and to the best of our ability and the best of the officials' ability. We're all working together on that. So, I don't see any problem with it per se. If there was one less timeout, like, if that happens, it happens. I don't think it's necessarily a make or break deal.
Coach, we appreciate your time this morning. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, no problem. Thanks.